Hey guys, let's get straight to the video. So I'm going to take this Got To Be Glue Freeze Blast and I'm going to spray that all over the stocking cap to get it to stick to my head. Now I'm going to blow dry it to get it really dry. I have at least 2 or 3 other videos on how I install my wigs, but it doesn't hurt to make another video, you know. Practice make perfect. So just going to blow dry it for about 5 minutes or so. Now I'm going to take a pair of scissors and I'm going to start cutting in the middle of the stocking cap. I feel like this method works best for me. And you're going to start by cutting on one side and then you're going to start cutting on the other side. This takes time and this takes practice. You don't want to cut too much of the stocking cap and you don't want to cut not enough of the stocking cap. So this just takes time because you're going to want to cut the little pieces as you're going to start seeing me do in a little bit to make sure that the stocking cap is nice and flat. Because when you apply the wig, girl, you do not want that to be sticking all through the wig. It just looks bulky and tacky and we don't do that. So now we're all bald headed and set. Now I'm going to go in with the wig and I'm going to make sure that the stocking cap is set where I would like it to be set at. And I realized that the lace on here is brighter than my skin tone, so I'm going to tint the lace using foundation. You're going to see me do that later on in the video. Now I'm going to go in with my NYX Born to Glow foundation in the color Nutmeg. I'm going to spread that all over the stocking cap in the front. That way it'll blend in with my skin perfectly. I normally use my L'Oreal foundation, but I tried this foundation out and it was the perfect match to my skin. I mean perfect. So I'll be doing a video on me using this foundation really soon. So now we're just gonna adjust it and make sure that it blends in perfect. Like I said, the lace is lighter than my skin tone. So here I'm gonna take that same foundation and tint the lace. You don't want to use too much foundation. You don't want it to bleed through the wig. You want it to look just like that. And see how well that's blended? So now I'm just brushing the hair out the way. So when I apply the Ghostbond glue, the hair doesn't stick, because this glue is really sticky, like really sticky. Now I'm going to take my Ghostbond glue, and this is optional. You can do sections or you can do the whole head. I feel like with Ghostbond glue, a section is better. So you just apply the glue and take a rat tail comb, popsicle stick, whatever, and you just roll that glue down. I like to push the glue forward, like towards my forehead. That way it'll help the stocking cap to lay down even flatter. Now, depending on how long you want the wig to last, you can do up to 3 or 4 layers. I like to do at least 2 to 3 layers, especially because the next day I was going to Baton Rouge, which is where I'm from, and I didn't need nobody snatching this wig off, because, you know, sometimes you make enemies, sometimes you make friends. Sometimes your friends become enemies, sometimes your enemies become friends. You never know. But wasn't nobody gonna snatch this wig off, so I applied at least 3 layers of that Ghostbond glue to my head. I'm just playing, y'all. Ain't nobody trying to beat me up. So I started pretending I was in a music video, and I started blowing the blow dryer all in my face singing. So here I am gluing the wig down in that one section, and I'm going to take my other comb and start rubbing it through the hair, not on the hair but through the hair. That way it'll help it stick better. So now I'm going to take my hair tie and I'm going to tie that around my hair for about 20 minutes. That way the wig would stick without moving, and it'll give it enough time to melt into our skin and look like scalp. So after the 20 minutes, I took the hair tie off. I know some people like to cut the lace before they apply the wig, but I felt like this method would have been better. And I realized a little bit of the hair wasn't all the way glued down. So I took some more Ghostbond glue and glued the rest of that hair down. And when you're cutting the lace, you want to make sure that you're cutting right along the hairline. Please be careful. Do not cut that hair. It should be glued down, but sometimes Things don't always go as expected, but yeah, just be careful. Now I'm just going to take a dab of alcohol on a towel and I'm just going to wipe that extra glue away. And in the process of pulling the hair back, I realized a little bit of the lace was coming up and I cut that extra lace off. I know it seems like a lot, but you want it to look as natural as possible without the baby hairs. So you gotta take that extra step, girl. Take that extra step. Do what you gotta do to get it right. By the way, I was looking in the mirror, the bigger mirror in the front of me. I know I look crazy. Now I'm taking some of that mousse and I'm going to apply that to lay the hair flat, lay all that extra hair down, and I'm going to brush all that out. And we are finished, girl. Yes, look at that. I know, it looks nice. It looks flat. It looks natural. It just took time. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to check that description box down below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Merry Christmas. Bye.